Today's video is something a little bit different. It's not an actual craft or an art project. It is a stationery subscription box that can be used for creative activities such as journaling, planners, scrapbooking, pen paling, anything that you find that is creative. Some of these things can be used for. Welcome back to Crafts with Karen, the channel where I test out craft kits, art kits and arts and crafts project ideas, usually things that I've never done before. So if that's your kind of thing, remember to hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I upload new videos on a weekly basis. So these are the two boxes that I have. I've been seeing posts for these from Under The Rowan Tree in lots of different places. So I decided to order them. They are monthly subscription boxes, the ones that I've got. I haven't used them yet, so I thought it was time that I showed you what they were. I will tell you a little bit more about the subscription boxes as we go through the video, but these are the Rowan Berry boxes, the monthly boxes, and they are around £20 per month. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what's in them. So let's open the first box, and we can see by the sticker on the front that this is a paisley theme. So we'll just put that to one side and we'll open the box. You can see the lovely paisley pattern on the front, and it does tell you all about the contents inside, gives you details about their Facebook group and all that kind of thing. So we won't look at the contents first, we'll have a look at what's in the box. Now it does say that this is created by an indie creative stationery shop. So the papers and everything are in small batches and some of them are limited edition designs. It also says that the boxes are themed and they are colour coordinated. So it makes them ideal for things like journaling and bullet planners if anyone does anything like that. So let's just have a look. So first we have a March little calendar page that would be ideal for putting in a planner, but this is probably set to March 2026. So now it is now the end of March 2026, so I've kind of lost the opportunity to use this one in a planner. But what I think I could use it for, if you do, if you don't use it within the month, you could actually use it in a scrapbook. You could have a month of March scrapbook where you put lots of things in that you've done that month, and you could put little rings around the dates that the things you've done relate to. So you can still use that one. It also has some postcards with some lovely designs on in the same colours. You could use the postcards in scrapbooks, in journals. They are very pretty postcards. You can even put those in frames and just put them on your wall. They are very pretty. I'm just going to move that back so we can have a look at them. I do like the paisley pattern. It is very pretty and it's quite versatile for lots of different creative things you might be doing. So there's 8 postcards. They are really good quality postcards. That's very thick card. So yeah, they're really nice, very good quality. So what else have we got? We've got some washi tapes. I'm just going to open these so you can have a look. I do like a washi tape, but sometimes it's a bit difficult to know what to do with them. I use them a lot in journaling, and I have used them in scrapbooking, but I may attempt to do maybe some kind of art thing with washi tape, different ways of using it maybe. So I'll just open this out, if I can get it open. So there you can see it is all that print, the paisley print on that washi tape. It feels like good quality washi tape and you get quite a lot on that. I'm actually going to put a little bit of it on this bullet journal book so you can see what it looks like. And I think I'm going to turn my light on because it is quite dark in here. Yeah, I think that's probably better. So let's have a look what this washi tape looks like on the paper. I'll just tear some off. That's what I like about washi tape. It's very easy to tear. So that would make a really nice border for a journal or a planner. I really like that. Actually, I might do a video where I set up a planner for the month. I think that might be quite interesting. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. And this one is a one that has got more detail on it. So let's get this one open as well. This one's a thinner washi tape. It's good to have different widths of washi tape so you can use them in different ways and for different things. So you can see that one is thick and that one is probably half the size. So we'll just put some of that on the book as well, if I can find the end of it. Sometimes quite hard to find the end of these things. It's like the end of the sellotape, isn't it? Okay, there we go. So we'll just tear some of that off. I don't know whether that goes either way. That looks upside down to me. It's probably the same both ways, but we'll just put it on that way and put that underneath. That is a really pretty washi tape, and I can see myself using that for a lot of things. So I'm just going to move the book to one side until we see what else is in here. So this is a Karen. Now there's an opportune thing. And this is a Brush Marker Pro. So this is a pen and it says it's in amber. It says it's for calligraphy, graphic design and illustration. Calligraphy is also something I'm really interested in finding out more about. So let's give this a shake. Not sure if you're supposed to, but we'll give it a shake. Does that pull off or twist off? It just pulls off. And it looks like a brush pen. Sorry, I've given you a shadow across my book now with this light. So we'll just try this. That's a really nice brush tip pen in a nice orange colour that goes really well with the paisley washi tape. So that would be very nice to use. I'm just drawing my name with it. My name is obviously spelt with an E, and the name of this marker is spelt with an I. So yeah, nice pen. We've got another pen here that is a Deco Gel Milky Way, also the Karen brand. I'm not quite sure if this is just a gel pen. I'm going to turn the light off again because you have my shadow. So let's try this Deco Gel Milky Way. Oh, I like that. It's got a nice kind of thick, I don't know what you would call that, thick band here. Makes it easier to hold the pen. It's got a pen-like nib. So let's see what that's like. Oh, I like that. That is like a gel pen, I think. Yeah, that's got a lovely, that feels lovely to write with. Can't get my words out there. And it's in a nice pink, which again goes really well with both of the paisley washi tapes and also all of the paisley papers. So it's definitely colour coordinated. So there's two nice pens. Let's just have a look what else we've got in here. We have some, I think these are stickers. Yeah, they are 2 sheets of stickers. So you've got some big paisley stickers there, and you have some smaller ones in different shapes on this page. I'm just going to take one of these little flowers off just to see what the sticker's like. So it is a little bit like the washi tape in texture. And we're just going to put that there to see what it looks like on the book. So they are really nice stickers as well, quite good quality stickers. They don't feel cheap. So yeah, I'm sure I'll get some use out of those. And we have some, what looks like card. So these are ideal for things like scrapbooking. So you can use the background. You could even cut a hole in the middle, put your photograph in, and use the outside as the border of the photograph. I do that quite a lot with scrapbooking, but these are double-sided. So you've got lots of options. You could use them whole, or you could cut them in half So you can use one side of each. So that's a nice one. I'm just going to move that box out of the way. We have a nice vertical or horizontal one there, whichever way you want to use it. And again, we've got some more of the paisley print on the back. That one. There is a nice orange leaf design there. These are really nice quality cards, and the overall paisley pattern there. And then here is a smaller print on this side. And oh, that one's nice. That's a little bit like the thinner washi tape. Yeah, so they are really good quality cards, and there's lots of things that you could do with those. You could, you know, slice them up, use them as borders in your journals or planners. Like I say, or you could use them for decorative crafts like making cards if you do that kind of thing. So yeah, really good quality materials in there. So we'll just put that to one side. I think for £20, the quality of the contents is really good. And they are, like they say, they are indie designers, small batches, and some of them are limited editions. So you will pay a little bit extra, but they are really good quality pens. I'm very happy with those. And like I say, it tells you on here. So that Karen Brush Marker Pro, the orange one, is a water-based brush pen with a super durable Japanese nylon tip, available in lots of colours and great for blending. So it would be interesting to know if they send you more of those in other boxes, maybe different colours. And the Deco Gel Pen is a refillable opaque gel pen. That's interesting. It's refillable, which works on almost any surface. So excellent for crafting and things like that. Really good. It's part of the Milky Way collection. And the A5 scrapbook papers are printed on 200 GSM of recycled uncoated paper in Northumberland. So very close to where I'm based. And the postcards are also printed on 300 GSM recycled uncoated paper in Northumberland. The sticker sheets are printed on washi paper like I thought. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with that first box. Let's move all my rubbish out of the way. And let's have a look at the second box. And this one looks like it is a watercolor brush theme. So let's have a look. I love the design on this one. I think this one is my favourite compared to the paisley. I think I prefer this one. And again, we have the contents. It is called Watercolor Writer, this theme. I'll just put that down there. So what have we got in here? Again, we've got the April monthly card. Now, it isn't quite April yet, so I do still have time to use that. And like I said, I might do a planner setup as one of the videos. I'll set up a planner for April just to test some of the materials a little bit better and show you how I create a planner. So yeah, that's that one. We have the postcard. So this one has the ink quill and the bottle of ink. Move that back. These are just so pretty. I mean, that is gorgeous. That envelope is just so lovely. And they've got the little heart shapes on the back. Very pretty. This is definitely one I could feel myself using. I could actually use this in a reading journal that I have. I read a book not long ago called The Correspondent, where she wrote lots of letters. This theme is ideal for a journal spread for that one. They're very pretty as well, those flowers. Again, it's got the little details on the back. So that one's got the feathers. That one's got some squiggles. What did the envelope have? That had the hearts. And the ink and feather had the feather. Very pretty. The flowers there. We've got a roll of paper tied up with a piece of string. And we've got a little typewriter. I think that's what that's supposed to be. That is so sweet. They are absolutely beautiful postcards. Look at the little lamp on the back. They are just so nice. I didn't see that one with the little dragonfly and the little ladybug. They are very pretty. So there's 6 postcards in there. I think we got 8 in the last one. So what else have we got? We have a notepad in here. The top sheets actually come off, but that's fine. We can still use it. And by the look of it, it's got, these look like little bullet points down the side. So you could actually use them as a to-do list. I think that's really lovely, very pretty. And again, it's mirroring the themes that were on the postcard. And the paper is quite thick as well. And there's quite a lot of sheets in there. So you can get lots of use out of that. What are these? Oh, I have 2 little paper clips. How cute. Let's just try them out on the book. I have a heart paper clip and a little envelope shaped paper clip. How cute are they? So let's just use them on the page and see how they look. You go that way or that way? They're just so cute. They're actually really good for holding your journal pages down as you're creating them, actually. I really like that idea. It's nice rather than just a basic paper clip. So let's see if we can put this one on. There. I managed to get that one on so you can see. I could have put it the other way so you could see that one, that end better. But yeah, you get the idea. They're cute. They do leave dints in your paper, but they are ideal for holding your pages back while you are doing your journaling. So they're cute. We have 1 washi tape in this box. So let's just open this one. Again, this is the thicker width washi tape, which is nice. And it's obviously got the book, the writer, watercolor writer theme on. So we'll just take a piece of this off and put it on the book. Well, I just ripped that bit. They're not very easy to get open. Oh, this is really pretty, this washi tape. I really do like the writer theme, book theme. It just really appeals to me. So just put it on there. That is so pretty. So you've got the little letters, we've got some books, we've got the typewriter. So all of the things that were on the postcards are on the washi tape. And again, it is a really good quality washi tape and you get quite a lot of that on the roll. So that's good. Now, what's this? This looks interesting. Some bubble wrap. Now this is a glass. I'll get the end off. This is a glass ink dip pen. I mean, how beautiful is that? I'd never heard of a glass ink dip pen. So rather than filling it like an ordinary fountain pen, you dip it in the ink and it just coats the twirly bit on the end, and you just dip it in the ink again when you want to use more ink. I've never used one before, but that is just so pretty. And I like the fact that you get this little case to keep it safe in. So that's nice. And we also have some ink. So I'm going to test it out on this paper. And I'm going to move these because I don't want to spill the ink on them. So I'm going to put it on this piece here. Let's have a look. So open the ink. So there is, I'd say half a bottle of ink in there. I guess that's for you to test it out. Now I think you just dip the pen in the ink, and it takes it, just wipe it off on the side, it takes it up the twirly bit at the end, the nib. So let's have a try of writing with this and see what it's like. Like I say, I want to learn calligraphy. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's so nice to write with. And it writes really smoothly. I really like that. That is so nice. And then when you're ready for more ink, you just dip it back in, and you would wash it just by dipping it in some water. I need to get some water. 2 seconds. Okay, I've got some water. I'm just going to dip it in the water. Hopefully you can see. and the ink just goes in there. And your nib is ready for if you wanted to use another colour. I really like that. That is so good. Yeah, very nice. I'm going to put the lid back on the ink so I don't spill it all over. But I am very impressed. I'm very impressed with that ink dip pen. That is very unusual, and it's something I would never have thought of myself. And I could possibly use that in calligraphy. I could definitely use it in a journal or a planner. That is a lovely writer. Very impressed with that. I'll put this little plastic thing back on the end just to keep it safe. So lastly in the box, we have a sheet of stickers. Again, with all of the watercolor writer little logos, little items on. And again, we'll just put one on this book. Just put a small one on. Put this little leaf here, just to see what it's like. It's washi tape, washi sticker tape. So I'll just stick it on there so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, just like the washi tape, but in sticker format. I'm really impressed with that pen. I think all in all, I'm very happy with those two boxes. I just love this ink dip pen, this glass ink dip pen. I think that is fascinating, and it would be nice. I've seen some that are different designs and not just the plain glass. So I can see myself getting a collection of those. They are really pretty, with obviously some different coloured inks as well. But I think it just wrote lovely, and the ink dries quite quickly. So that was good. I don't know what kind of ink that is. It doesn't say. I'm not sure if it says on the card. Let me just have a quick look. Ink sample. It just says a little freebie to get you started with your new dip pen. Yeah, really impressed with that. Perfect for calligraphy, illustration or ink swatching. Use with any fountain or calligraphy ink or experiment with paints. Now I did see somebody on YouTube actually using one of these ink dip pens with watercolor paints, so that would be interesting to try out. Yeah, and again, the postcards are printed on 300 GSM recycled uncoated paper in Northumberland. I prefer the watercolor box to the paisley box. I just think it's more my kind of thing, but I do like the paisley design as well, and I definitely, that would be definitely get used up. And I think for £20, yes, it is a little bit more expensive than what I would normally pay for, say, art journaling supplies, or things that I'm just going to kind of tear up and put into a journal. I wouldn't want to use it for that, but for a planner or for some creative activities, maybe making cards for people, I think they are really worthwhile because the materials are really good quality. The Under the Rowan Trees website also does an After Dark box, which is a quarterly stationery box, and it is much bigger, so you get lots more things in it. And that one is £37.95, and the next one comes out in April. And I do think I'm going to try that just to see what's in it. I don't know that I would get this on a monthly basis as a rolling subscription, but I think to dip in and out of, no pun intended, is an interesting thing to do. They do sell previous boxes that you can just buy as one-offs on their website. I will put the details in the description box below. They haven't sent me this, they haven't gifted me this. I have paid for it with my own money just to see what it was like, because it kept popping up. But I would recommend this if you're into, good quality stationery for your creative crafts or journaling or pen paling, like I said, then I think this is a good box. So I hope you found that interesting. Let me know in the comments below if you would buy something like this, if you ever used a glass ink dip pen before. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. And thanks so much for watching. So I'll see you on the next one.